good to go, so where the party at?
Stay tuned tonight for our Pillow Talk, our discussion on love, romance, and all in the equation.
What up, baby? This is a night you'll never forget. All the things you desire.
That is something I really have tried to figure out, but I just can't. Because not from my experience, but from looking in on other people's experience, there is people out there that see a good relationship and just want to get in. For what reason, I don't know. Sometimes it could be money, or he's really good looking, or you want to see how he does his thing, but I don't know. That is really Prince.
That's hard for me to explain as well, because I've never given it really thought. One situation though I can tell you of, and my experiences goes back in Holland and stuff, where I was a robust young man and stuff. But let's just put it this way: I had a friend, and he was we used to had his girls and stuff, and he had this particular girl, a girlfriend that he have children with, and she would go bragging, and boy, this guy, he and something, to her girlfriends and stuff. And after a while, a lot of her girlfriends was like, oh yeah, well, if he's so good, then I guess they want them a slice of him, and stuff, which is really not cool,
I believe that there are relationships out there. Sometimes people are not meant. Sometimes people, they really don't mean to intrude, but the door is there, and the door can only be open because there are problems in that relationship. And sometimes people do get caught up, the one being on the outside, knowing that it is a relationship that they're intruding in, but at the same time, it takes two to tangle, and it all boils down to what each other feels, each other perspective, and the respect about the whole situation at hand.
For those intruders who wants to intrude or want to have that slice of that cake or whatever it is that they want, the best way how to slam that door that you say have a little bit open is you come home and say, well, hon, I was talking to her, and I was telling her how good you were. So unless he has a little heads up, when she come knocking on the door, she know that, oh, that's what you're coming for. Because then he also know, or she also know that, listen, you are a friend of my girlfriend, or you're a friend of my husband. You have no business talking to me in that way. Simple. Shut them up one time and done.
Well, for me personally, I'm kind of old school, and I think that what happens within the confines of the bedroom between two lovers, boyfriend, girlfriend, husband and wife, should stay in the bedroom, or stay between them. I kind of don't think that bragging to anybody about your sexual activity is a healthy idea at all. Unfortunately, when it comes to people who want to break up other people's relationship, I tend to think that there are people out there who just don't like seeing other people happy, and it reminds me of what one of my colleagues said one time that made me laugh. He said, just have a conversation in the car with your girlfriend or your wife or whoever, but make it look like you're arguing. Come on, I can't slam the door. Are you happy, but make it look like I'm having problems, because apparently people like to see people having problems. They like drama. So if they believe you're having problems, hopefully they're going to come and interfere in your nice relationship. So yeah.
Thank you for your points. We're moving on to the next topic, which is basically, what is love? You hear all these different answers and such a simple question, and everybody would have their own opinions, because, it is what you grew up to think it is, and what your fantasies think it is as well. But in everybody's opinion, what is love?
For me, I believe love is sharing special moments with that someone. And it not only have to do with sharing special moments, it's you should be able to be yourself around that person. You should be able to act out normally like you would do with your friends. You should all have a good communication within the relationship. You should all do stuff together on a daily basis, not only Valentine's Day, Christmas. You should want to do stuff on a regular basis, spend time with that person every day, speak to that person every day. To me, love, it all boils down to communication. That person you could sit down and laugh with and chat all day and still feel like the time went nowhere.
I think love is about choice, love is about sacrifice, and love is about giving. You know, that's my take on what love is.
Please don't forget respect.
Oh, yes. Okay, well, I can pass the mic and the rest of y'all Candice said respect. Alania said trust. Those are all elements that I think come from choosing.
I think love is just I've never experienced, I can't say I've experienced love, but I can't say I haven't. But I feel like it's something that you're supposed to be happy to see this person, probably happy to wake up next to this person, just enjoying the person's company. The person has to have respect for you, of course, and just loving life, living with this person. That's my take.
But let me just say this. I think love is about sharing not only the intimate moments, but also sharing opinion, ideas, and of course, obviously, life. Sharing your life with someone. That's my take on love.
As a mother, seeing your child for the first time, that's a love that you experience. It's unconditional. It's unconditional love. Loving your partner. Also, as Alanya mentioned, getting up in the morning and you look at him and you're like, I love you.
All right, my next question is, how do you know when it's time to say, you know what, we have to break up? It's over. Sometimes you find a lot of different people in relationships who you know, these people don't belong together. They're going to kill each other. They need to stop.
I believe people in a relationship should call it quits when their partner choose to disrespect. From the relationship start to get disrespectful, it is time for them to call it quits. Not only that, my personal belief is if the two of us cannot agree, then we should just disagree and move on.
My opinion of it is, from the moment that you cannot laugh no more, from the moment that you cannot talk with each other, that you're only yelling, screaming, getting annoyed, then it's time to let go. It's just to realize that this is not working for us. Accept that, both man and woman. From the moment that the both of you can reach to that point of acceptance, it goes very easy. But then again, there's always this weerstand, this how do you say that now? Resistance, and that is because everybody has their own intentions. What are they gaining from it if they mean to stay in that relationship if they know it's not going anywhere?
I believe that if the lines of communication totally break down between the people that are involved in a relationship, and like Shirley said, counseling doesn't help and all that kind of stuff, then it is time to say, you know what, maybe we need to go our separate ways. I think that oftentimes people tend to focus on the amount of time that they've invested if the relationship has been a long-term one. I've invested so much of my time, so much of my life in this person that I don't want to let go of all of that. And I think that that's what makes people stay in relationships that have gone sour.
The longer you stay in and you think about the time you put into it that you don't want to let go, then you only end up staying double that time. So you just cut your loss and move on.